Hello, welcome to my Jacob's Doctor Who Series 2 Episode 5 review, Rise of the Cybermen. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, well, first up you see this scientist talking to this guy, kind of like Davros in a way, named John Lumick. And basically, John Lumick is the creator of these robotic men called, basically, the Cybermen. And basically, what happens is, basically the scientist says to John Lumick that he has to go to the board first before letting these robotic men out, basically, out in the real world with the humans, basically. And basically John Lumick goes, well, it'll be hard to do that beyond the grave, basically. And the scientist basically ends up dying. By the hands of the Cybermen, basically. Then you go to where the Doctor, Rose, and Mickey are in the TARDIS, and basically like Mickey's holding on to this like button thing, and it's funny how the Doctor's like, you can let go now because I told you you can let go, and Mickey was like, but I held on to this for like 5 seconds or whatever, which was pretty funny to see like Mickey just holding onto a button when the Doctor and Rose were having a laugh and everything. And then basically what happens was the Doctor, Rose, and Mickey, basically, the TARDIS ended up crashing into this, basically, parallel universe. And basically Mickey stepped out and thought it was real Earth, real their time, basically. And they were like, yep, Mickey was like, yep, it's our time, London, Earth, and Doctor was like, are you sure? And then the date was basically wrong. The date and time, well, the date and time was basically wrong. It was right, basically. And they basically looked up and you saw Zeppelins. And they noticed that it wasn't their time and that it was a parallel universe. And then basically what happened was Rose saw a sign with her father on it, and her father was basically rich because of this drink thing that he made, and the sign was like, trust me on this, which was pretty funny to see, like, the sign go, trust me on this, with Peter Tyler on it, which is freaking hilarious, and another cool bit to see. And then basically, you end up in Pete Tyler's and Rose's mother's, Jackie Tyler's, mansion, basically, mansion of the house. And it's Jackie's birthday, which is Jackie's 40th. But Jackie says 39, sorry to say. For some reason, because she wants to be 39 instead of 40, because she doesn't want to be that old. And then basically, you see Rose just sitting down, because, like, on her phone or whatnot. And then back in the TARDIS, basically the Doctor and Mickey are like talking, and basically the Doctor sees this light thing, and it's a light for the TARDIS to come back on in like 10 minutes or whatnot, to wait for 10 minutes or whatnot to come back on. So they have to wait, and while they wait, they get to like basically, like be in the parallel universe for how long the light comes back on for, and then basically what you see is, Rose says she wants to go see her father, and Rose says she doesn't exist because the phone says she doesn't exist, and the doctor was like, you do exist, but she wanted to go see her father, and the doctor was like, you can't go see your father or whatnot, because like it was a parallel universe, and her father basically didn't know that he had a daughter, and the mother didn't know that she had a daughter in the parallel universe, and basically the doctor had to choose out of Mickey or Rose to chase after, and basically chased after Rose instead. Mickey, he went to go see his basically grandmother or whatever, which was pretty cool to see. Mickey going to see his grandmother, who basically was dead in his normal universe, basically. And there was like these soldiers who let Mickey in to see his grandmother. And then basically you end up seeing these guys, these homeless people getting abducted by John Lumic's basically men, and the Cybermen are taking them because they're making more Cybermen basically. They're making the people into Cybermen, which is really cool to see. There's this guy named Jake. He tries to stop one of the guys getting abducted in the truck, who goes into the truck and gets turned into a Cyberman basically, and gets abducted, but records the whole thing, which was a pretty cool bit to see, like how they were getting all abducted and that by the John Lumix people, turning them into Cybermen, the homeless people into Cybermen, which is pretty cool to see. Then basically, you got to see Rose and the Doctor basically in this, like, walking, and then suddenly all these people stop, basically, all of a sudden, and they all have this earpiece type thing, which is cybernetic earpiece, which is really cool. Because they get all the information from the earpiece type thing, which is really cool. Jackie also gets one for her birthday. She gets an earpiece for her birthday, which is really cool to see. Then basically, there's also a meeting that Pete Tyler goes to with the president and John Lumic's trying to sell his product, which is the Cybermen, to be in the real world with the humans basically, but the president says no, which is pretty cool to see. Mickey gets taken by this van, and gets taken to this house, and basically there's a double of Mickey, which is called Ricky. And Ricky goes, who the hell is that? And what am I doing there? Or whatnot. Which is really cool to see, but tough Mickey, which is really cool. Noel Clarke, he did excellent as Mickey and Ricky, which is really cool. So good job from Noel Clarke. he did an excellent performance as Mickey and Ricky, which was really cool to see. I liked how Ricky was like getting frisked type thing. How Ricky was trying to see who, like, if Mickey was real or whatnot, which was really cool to see. I loved how basically the Doctor and Rose ended up as waiters to get into the house with the psychic paper, which was really cool to see. And like they were serving the people like drink, like wines and food, which is really cool. Um, you got to see a dog, which was named Rose from the parallel universe, because Rose was Rose was a dog, which is really funny to see. Rose as a dog. And then the Doctor was like, had a little laugh type thing because it was kind of funny, which was really funny. That was the most hilarious bit, by the way. Then basically you got to see Rose having a talk with her parallel universe mum, Jackie Tyler, and that Rose was like, Pete Tyler's a good man, and you're lucky to have him, basically. And Jackie Tyler got really pissed at Rose, kind of thing, and said, "You're not going to get paid anymore. How dare you talk about my marriage and stuff or with Pete Tyler?" And then basically, you see the Cybermen come in, like smash through the window, which is a really cool bit to see. And the Cybermen are marching to the house, basically. And then basically you see the president trying to talk to the Cybermen and try and work out something, a deal, but it didn't really work because the president ended up dying. Um, and then basically Rose and the Doctor basically ran outside, and you got basically got to see like Pete Tyler go with them. Uh, get saved and go with them. Jackie Tyler basically ended up getting captured by a Cyberman and turned into a Cyberman, but in the next episode, which you see her end up as a Cyberman in the next episode, which is Age of Steel, which is another really good episode. I'll get to that probably next week. Won't be this week, it'll be next week, so stay tuned for that. For that review. But this has been a pretty good episode. I rate this episode a 10 out of 10, a solid perfect 10 out of 10, so another solid 10 out of 10 for Rise of the Cybermen. Also, I'll tell you guys what other bits I liked. I liked how like Ricky and basically Jake and that came running, and Miss Morgan and Mickey came running and shooting with guns, basically. Which was really cool to see. Rose bumps into Ricky and thinks it's Ricky, which is another really cool thing to see. Um, and basically the Doctor goes, we surrender, but the Cybermen are about to basically destroy them. And then basically that's when it ends. And yeah, guys have to wait and see on the next review of the Jacob's Review Show. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. of the Jacob's Review Show, Rise of the Cybermen, episode... Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review of part 1. See you guys for part 2, Age of Steel, and hope you guys enjoyed, so see you guys next time.